What's going on, ladies and gents, boys and girls, guardians of all ages? Joker back again, once again. And today, people, we're going to talk about the future of this channel that we have all come together to build, because it's an amazing creation, and it is only going to get more amazing as time goes on. So, Forsaken's out, right? And Destiny 2 is in a relatively okay place. Granted, there are some minor nitpicks here and there, and a couple of really big issues. Ranked play, I'm looking at you, because you're not actually ranked play competitive. You're some weird amalgamation of grinding an EXP and getting lucky. And is true skill or any skill-based matchmaking even present? I don't know, but hey, fucking details? I mean, I'm not saying, I'm just potentially putting out there that maybe somebody in Brave, you know, like halfway through their Brave ranking, shouldn't be fighting entire teams with Not Forgotten or Luna's Howl. I'm not saying, I'm just saying. So like I was saying, with Forsaken out, Destiny 2 is in a relatively decent place, and will hopefully continue to get better. Or, I mean, Black Armory will be terrible, or they'll come out with more comic books, and those will be terrible, and I'll have something to complain about again. Either way, really, it's a win-win for me. Either Destiny just keeps getting better, which will be awesome, or I'll have more to complain about. Huh. Bright sides, I guess. Anyways, moving forward. Jokes aside, lore is coming back to the channel in a more permanent capacity. I know I started the Ahamkara videos, but lore for Forsaken was leaked before the release of Forsaken, and I actually had to stop those videos and wait for that piece of lore to become available in-game, and it didn't release at launch. This sort of had a knock-on effect of me writing a video that I was going to release saying, hey, this kind of exists, but it hasn't been released, and then a week later it was released, so I had to scrap that and start over. So here we are. It is in the game now, even though it hasn't technically been released, because it's part of the Truth to Power books that you get every 3 weeks, and it's gonna take forever to get them, so I'm going to talk about them, and if you want to experience them before I talk about them, they are available on Ishtar Collective. Odd tangent aside, like I said, lore is coming back, but I do want to do more than just lore. I also like these smaller videos that I've been doing, and I'm able to produce them relatively quickly and just talk about random stuff going on in Destiny. Not even really bitching about anything like, oh my god, they broke this, or oh my god, they broke that. But like these videos where I'm like, hey, wouldn't it be cool if they buffed this? Or wouldn't it be cool if they changed that? Or wouldn't it be cool if they buffed this other thing? Or how do you guys not know that Insurmountable Skullfort gives you unlimited shoulder charge? I've seen that comment way too many times. So I do plan to expand more of that kind of Joker does a buff, Joker talks about this, Joker talks about that. Also, Joker does lore in the future. What I'm wanting to do, at least theoretically on paper, is 1 to 2 video uploads a day. One in the morning and then one in the evening. The evening video will likely be something like Joker does a buff, Joker talks about this random thing, Joker does this or that or the other, or maybe it'll just be a live stream. The morning videos will be lore videos. And these videos will be recorded and edited and uploaded weeks in advance. Most of these will be multi-parters as well, as my lore videos and theory videos tend to be half-hour to hour-long to 2-hour-long affairs with 50,000 words or some stupid shit like that because I'm insane. So if you kind of want an example of what this would look like, think the way Extra Credits does their series videos, or, and to be more precise of where I got this idea from, there's a YouTube channel called Order of the Green Hand, and they do Game of Thrones lore videos, and they're very well done, very high quality, and I was like, hey, I can tell better stories doing it that way and breaking it up and kind of leaving it off on a cliffhanger than I can by just cramming it all into a 1-hour-long video that I'm sitting down recording and draining my soul to record and edit. And if I just do this, you know, say 3 weeks before I release it, then it's not that bad and I don't have that much of a mountain to climb. And other lore channels do stuff like this all the time. Actually, quite a few Game of Thrones lore channels do this, but then you also see this with Comics Explained and Comics Storian with their series videos. So I think it's probably something that everybody but me knew to do, and I was just like, I'm gonna make hour-long videos because reasons. And I'm gonna be frank, hour-long videos, I know there's a group of people that like them, but they don't do as well on YouTube. If you want the business side of it, there it is. So just from a practical side, a sanity side, and a YouTube side, it just makes more sense to break these videos up. But I will have, for people who want to watch it in one go, not only will it be in playlists, so you can do that, but I will release the full version of it as one video later on as well. And honestly, if it's a lore video that's just like 15 to 20 minutes to do in one shot, I'm not gonna drag that out. I'm just gonna do 15 to 20 minutes. Even if it's like 30 minutes, I'll probably just release it as one video. But if it's something like an hour long or an hour and a half or 2 hours long, that's getting broken up into parts. So what will this look like? Probably in mid-November when this is actually implemented on the channel. Well, Monday morning rolls around and you get your lore video at some time in the morning, whenever, maybe like noon or 1 o'clock or whatever. And then around 5 o'clock my time, you'll get a Thunderlord video or something like that. Tuesday, you'll get the Ahamkara lore video part 2. And then maybe, just maybe, you get a lore video on the Orokin Empire, because I'm not just doing Destiny lore anymore, I am branching out. But that video's not going to take all that long to explain, so why not double up on lore videos that day? Then the next day, you'll get another Ahamkara lore video, probably like part 3, and yeah, then you'll get, I don't know, Joker does buffs, or a live stream, or something like that. Also, because I did mention the Warframe Orokin Empire video, I've actually had that on the back burner for like 3 months now, but I haven't figured out a great way to present Warframe lore. So that's probably just going to be gameplay for the longest time, but we'll figure something out. Anyways, those videos are going to take a more exploratory look at lore from different games, like Warframe, like 40k, stuff like that. So unlike Halo or Destiny, where I'm a lore master, and I come up with theories based on the lore, this is going to be us exploring the lore and learning it together. That should be fun. The next thing I wanted to talk about is in regards to my lore policy. This is something I've been mulling over in my head for some time now. So, first things first, most of my lore content is not the regurgitation of lore. They're theories that I've crafted based on my interpretation of the lore, or at least my interpretation of the lore that I know at that time in that moment. The best example of this that I can think of is when I did a video about how the Queen of the Awoken has been alive since the collapse. Oh yeah, by the way, fucking called it. Ego stroking aside, I called this like a year ago, half a year ago, something like that, and all the lore pointed to this conclusion. But there was one piece of flavor text on a mark or a bond or something like that that I overlooked that said Mara was the 9th queen. In the end, it didn't matter because I was right. The queen has been alive since the collapse and actually witnessed it. And though I didn't quite know the mechanism for her immortality, I said it was because she was turned into an Awoken, which was basically correct, only with a bunch more steps and a lot more complexity to it. So half points for that last one, I guess, and I get an A- on the total theory. I'll live. Point is, we now have new lore and I will revisit the subject at some point. And that's how I plan on doing this. I'll post a theory, or my interpretation of lore and story, and if something comes out later, or if I miss something huge, I will change my theory. I'll make a correction, and yeah, that's all that really needs to be said. With Destiny's lore being this multifaceted beast that the developers can't even keep straight, I have a feeling that this is going to happen once or twice, and really it's all you can do. All I can do is endeavor to present to you my theories and opinions the best, most educated way possible, and if, God forbid, in the unlikely case that I'm wrong, which, let's be honest, is very unlikely, or I miss something, or it changes, or it gets retconned, or there's new lore put forth, then I'll make a correction or make a new video, because really, that's all you can do. Basically, my goal is to organize this channel and produce better content more frequently, on top of streaming more often, and such. I'm also looking into, after a year and a half, finally breaking down and starting that Patreon everybody is so keen on and have been asking about for some time now. I still have no idea what you people want from me, and I'm likely going to procrastinate on doing it for another 6 months. But with the way YouTube is constantly changing things and demonetizing creator content or just burying creator content. Oh no, he said a swear word. We're not gonna do anything. It's not gonna be advertised. It's not gonna be put in people's sub boxes, and we're gonna demonetize it as well because he said the big nasty swear words. Yeah. Like sub boxes. I started noticing a few weeks ago where bigger channels that I've subbed to, I'm talking about like 500k to 1 million subs, that I avidly watch, I'm not being notified about. And I'll go and look at their videos because I'm like, man, it's been a minute since so-and-so put a video out, and I'll see that they put a video out like 3 hours ago or 4 hours ago. And these are 500,000 to 1 million sub channels, and these videos only have like a couple hundred to 1,000 views. And I'm like, it's been out for 5 hours. Is YouTube broken or something? Like, what's going on here? So I don't know what's going on, but yeah, probably should hedge my bets, is all I'm saying. So we'll figure that out eventually, and I'll make a video about that, announcing that. And yeah, let me know what you guys want from that in the comments, please, because I really don't want to just be like, give me all of your monies because I'm awesome. I mean, I am, and you probably should, but ego aside, right? You know, I want to keep some semblance of not being a total arrogant tool bag. I mean, I am a total arrogant tool bag, but you know, you try to not act like it. I'm just saying. Anyways, moving forward. So yeah, we'll figure something out, like special donor streams or early access to videos a day in advance or something like that. I don't know. Let me know, like I said, in the comments below what you want to see. And yeah, that's pretty much it for now. So, like always, ladies and gents, boys and girls, guardians of all ages, Spartans of all ages, space marines of all ages, Tenno of all ages, of all ages, stay frosty.